Often when the Torah presents a name, tells us about a person, tells us their name, tells us about their birth, the Torah also presents the logic and the reasoning behind that name that oftentimes have to do with the realities and the circumstances that surround the birth, and the birth of the children of Jacob that we'll read in later Torah portions is a great example of that. And then sometimes the Torah simply gives us a name, and it's up to us to decipher what the meaning of the name is. And the name Esau, in our Torah portion, as we read of his birth together with his twin brother Jacob, Yaakov, the name Esav is one example which the Torah doesn't explicitly explain why he is named such, and Rashi in the Torah describes that he was born ruddy and born hairy, particularly hairy, and therefore his name was Esav, and Rashi says it is a therefore, because Esav is what people called him because it's connected to the word naaseh, which means that it was completed, it was done, that he was advanced in his physical appearance, and therefore he was called Esav, naaseh, asui, completed. And on perhaps an even deeper level, the idea of asui, of being completed, of Esav, reflects the idea that what is, that life is, that there is fate in life. And if one is fated to be a certain way, if one has been completed in a certain way, well, then that's it. If one is created violent, then one has to be violent. That's the approach of Esav. And the approach that we oppose that with is that we are created incomplete, unfinished, as opposed to Esav, we are created in a way that leaves so much to be grown and to be developed and to be worked on. And that the way we are, and if we have negative tendencies, then that doesn't mean that we accept them as a fait accompli, but rather we work on them. We try to refine ourselves to be better human beings. Stay healthy, stay well, and stay connected.